How you conduct yourself during the little things in life, like cleaning your toilet, is going to tell everyone how you're going to conduct yourself when you're doing the big things. If you can't even clean your countertop right, or do the dishes, or do the laundry, or just take care of basic household things, how do you think you could run a company or manage a account, or, or get yourself in a great physical condition? Like how you do everything, how you do one thing is how you'll do everything. So if I go over to your house and I look at your bathroom and I look at your house and just, the cleanliness of it and just the attention to detail, I can pretty much assume that when if I go in and it's dirty as shit and just unsanitary and looks like you haven't taken care of it in a long time, then if you're like, hey man, let's go do a workout, I could only assume how your workout's going to be. Probably, not really organized, not squared away. We're probably not going to push ourselves, and it's probably going to be a ball of shit. So how you do one thing is how you do everything. Just think about it that way. And how you do your workouts is how you clean your house. Attention to detail, attention to every single repetition that you do. If you're going to go down and do a set of 200, if you write down your workout and you're like 100 sit-ups, 100 push-ups, 4 sets of bench press at 85%, this weight, this many reps, yada, yada. How do you do it? Do you count every single rep, or do you skip over things if you're not feeling it or you're tired? It's, when you're doing a set of 500 sit-ups, do you do every single rep as if it was the first or the last? It's just like attention to absolute detail, making sure every repetition, every time that you clean something, it is done the same way that you always do it. It's a state of satisfaction or satisfactory, just a state of standard. That's the word I'm looking for. This is the standard of how everything's going to be in your life, and that's got to be that way if you're going to maintain a life of constant, decade after decade of maintaining the same physique, maintaining a cleanly and tidy household, maintaining a balanced wallet, bank account, maintaining a good marriage. All that stuff is the attention to absolute details, the minute by minute, moment by moment, day by day, week by week, month by month, year by year, dedication to each and every endeavor that you go into, and making sure that each moment is fulfilled. When you go out to do something, it's okay to, relax for a day or two and go on vacation and all that. But I'm talking about when you're actually doing something. When you say, today I'm cleaning my bathroom. Today I'm taking care of the garage. Today I'm doing a workout. I'm doing a run today, and this is the plan for it. When you set a time to do something and you are doing an endeavor, how do you do it? When you say that I'm going to clean the bathroom, when you walk into it afterwards, is it done? And is it to the standard of what you think? I mean, like when I clean my toilet, I would eat off of it. I'm not kidding. Like I could set up a breakfast on the lid and eat off of it. It's absolutely at a state of like, it is clean, and I would verify that it's clean by eating off of it if someone put me to the test. Like, it is absolutely sanitary when I'm done with it. And that's just the way it is. That's the way I clean everything. That's the way my workouts go. When it's done, it's certified, stamped, done. And it's when you do that, everything will fall into place. There's a magic that comes with all of this stuff. When you do everything to that level and to a standard that you set based on a standard that you came up with, not like the standard of a fucking crackhead or something like that. That's a bad standard to go off of. But the standard of clean is kind of universal. When something is clean and is able to be eaten off of, there's a universal standard of which everyone would agree that shit is absolutely clean. And it's either when it's brand new or washed and sanitized to a certain degree. So like when you're brewing beer or something, right? I've never actually brewed any myself, but I know that when they are doing it, the process is every single time they move on to the next step, they sanitize each and every utensil that they use, the bottles, the plastic jugs, everything. And that goes along with food as well. When food inspectors or restaurant inspectors go into a restaurant, they're going off of a certain standard that every restaurant is to uphold. And it's cleanliness and tidiness and a certain level of, it's either grade A, standard clean and tidy, fine dining, or it's like the worst of the worst, hole in the wall taco place. Like, it's just like, there's some places that, you just really wouldn't want to eat at because of the standard of cleanliness. And that's what I'm talking about. Like, the standard is universal. Like, that everyone would agree, hey, this is a fucking very clean bathroom right here. I would eat off the floors in this bathroom. But then when you walk into like, fucking club downtown or something, like, you're not eating off those floors. Fuck no, it's not clean. But how you do one thing is how you do everything. So just remember that. Like, you're not going to have like, the most and you might see that. You might see someone who has like an amazing physique and fucking goes to the gym and does all the things, and they go home and their fucking dorm room or their house is fucking trashed and everything. But that's just an anomaly. That's just like someone that is just skating by and slipping by. But believe me, that they're either gonna learn that the way they're living is shit and they're gonna change it one day, or they're gonna backslide into, oh shit, well, and they're just gonna fall off, and all that dirtiness of the rest of their life is gonna translate into their physique life later on down the road. But try to achieve all of the different, your relationship, your finances, your fitness, your work, the cleanliness of your living space, all that stuff. Make sure all of that is up to a certain standard, and your mind will be so clear after that. Your mind will absolutely declutter, and you'll have this clarity in life that very few people achieve, and that is that you don't worry about anything. You're free. You're not a prisoner of, oh shit, oh man, I gotta go home and do this, I gotta do that, oh, I gotta do better at work, or I'm gonna get fired, all this stuff. Like, if you have your level of standard around everything that you do, man, your life is going to absolutely pay dividends. Like, you're gonna get so much more on the back end if you do these things. And it is so true. All you have to do is try it for a couple of years. It's not going to come quick. I can guarantee you that. It's going to take a few years to set in. I mean, it's taken me 10 years to learn this stuff, and to like make it concrete in my life. It's taken me quite a long time for it to actually set in. But once it does, and it becomes, a standard that you live by, there's nothing that can stop you. Like, nothing will derail you. It's like when you get somebody that's so addicted to a chemical or a drug or alcohol or something, think about that. When you get someone who's like a heroin addict or something, and they're so far down the fucking rabbit hole that there's no coming back, well, the opposite is true. That when you stay on the golden road for so long, there's nothing that can derail you. No one can come along and like ruin your day. Everything is good. Even if something, bad happens, oh well, you just kind of deal with it and move on. And nothing is really that bad, because you take care of business, and you know how to squash little fires out, and, firefight these little things. And you know how to keep everything squared away and clean, and people trust you to do good jobs, and they hire you, and and then you start making money, and life is great, and you can take care of, you know, your family, and your family life's good, your finances are good, and a man or a woman who can work really hard will never be broke. They can always, you know, if they lose everything, they can always just start over again and get everything back. And that's the most beautiful part of life, is just having the discipline to get shit done and carry on when times get hard. But my main point of this video is just to say, when you do something, make sure that the standard is there and that you carry that standard on every single thing you do. And remember that when you're on the treadmill doing your workouts or you're lifting weights, and then it's like, all right, I got to go home and do my laundry. Okay. That is something very simple, but think about it in this way. Like, there's a lot that goes into that. You got to put the laundry in the dryer. I don't know how many of you out there have done this, but you put the laundry in the washer, you wash it, and then you go start doing something else. And then guess what? And then you forget about it. And then like 4 hours later, you realize that your laundry is still wet, and now you're at work and you're like, fuck, now it's been sitting there for like 6 hours and it's all stinky and musty and shit. And then guess what? What do you got to do now? Now you got to do the whole fucking thing again. So wouldn't it have been great if you just remembered or set a timer or something that you have to, when that buzzer goes off, you got to switch it, and then you do the dryer part, and then you got to take it all out, and then you got to fold it or hang it up and not just throw it in the fucking pile on the floor. All those things. It's a lot of effort. And cleaning your house, cleaning everything. It's one thing to just vacuum the floor. You know, people do that. They vacuum their floor. All right, good to go. But if you want to do a great job, you take the little hose out, you vacuum every single corner of the house so you don't leave anything in the corners. And then once you get all the sides and the corners done, then you vacuum the middle part, and then you sweep the floor, you mop it. If you got a, you know, hardwood floor, everything, you mop it. And then you polish it and everything. You do a great job, and that's better than doing a good job, which is just like half-assing it. And if you just half-ass it, well, then guess what? You can only expect a half-ass fucking accomplishment later on. So, don't half-ass things. Do the whole fucking thing, right? And do everything how you do one thing. Do everything great, and your life will be great. Not perfect, just great. Just, you know, to a certain standard. And everything's going to work out, I promise. But yeah, that's it. Hope you guys have a great day. I hope you guys enjoy these videos, and I hope it inspires you to live a better life. That's it. I'm out.